Now, Wellness Wednesday on Fox 54 News, sponsored by Regenesis.
Turkey Day is just hours away, and many people are starting to prepare to cook their meals for tomorrow. But that does not mean you should cut corners when it comes to food safety. We'll learn more this Wellness Wednesday.
Some of the biggest offenders are improper thawing of your turkey.
One of the top would be the use of food thermometers.
Leaving their food out too long.
Fox 54 spoke with 3 food safety specialists to learn some of the do's and don'ts when it comes to cooking your food this holiday season. And according to Dr. Tracy Brigman with the University of Georgia, one big don't is not letting the turkey reach the correct temperature to avoid food poisoning.
You want to get to an internal temperature of 165 degrees. So a food thermometer is your best friend. Obviously using the thermometer correctly and putting it in the thickest part of the turkey to make sure it's completely done and reaches that internal temperature.
But it's not just about cooking. Dr. Ametra Jackson Davis at Alabama A&M tells us what happens during preparation is also important to take into consideration.
Washing is extremely important. First of all, washing your hands often during the cooking process. Of course, 20 seconds is what is recommended with warm soap and water. And also ensuring that you're washing those utensils that are being used, your forks, your cutting boards. Very, very important. And also as it relates to that brings me to my next point about cross-contamination. Being sure that you keep raw products separate from those products that will not be cooked before they are consumed.
And when it comes to those with food allergies, Susan Hill with Serve Safe Alabama says it's important to be mindful.
Make sure that you have that allergen separate away from all the other foods, because you may have one that's allergic to eggs. You may have someone that's allergic to sesame. It could be milk. Make sure that those foods are separate and tagged where that person that does have that allergy can enjoy their meal just as well as anybody else can, to not have any other reaction.
And with the Thanksgiving meal, there's also leftovers, but that doesn't mean you need to keep leftovers around as long as possible.
Usually 3 to 4 days. After that, you really want to throw it away unless you are going to freeze it. So of course, if you freeze it, it will last longer in the freezer. But at refrigeration temperatures, you don't want to be eating that food a week out.
And on Fox 54 Plus, be sure to check out From the Experts, which will include full interviews and more tips on the best ways to safely store those Thanksgiving leftovers.